Alright, suppose that you wanted to do some long, complicated computation involving several operations on a calculator. Well, good news. Scientific and graphing calculators know about the order of operations. So, for example, suppose that we wanted to work out what this expression is. Now, we could work this out by hand, starting with the part in parentheses, 2 plus 3 is 5, and then multiplication and division from left to right. So 5 divided by 4 is 5/4. 5/4 times 6 wholes. Let's see. 5 times 6 over 4 is 5 times 3 times 2 over 2 times 2. So that'll be 15 halves. And then 2/3 divided by 5/6, that's 2/3 times 6/5. That's 2 times 6 over 3 times 5. Let's see, that'll be 2 times 2 times 3 over 3 times 5. Cancel the 3's, and that's 4/5. Now to do the subtraction, we need a common denominator. 2 and 5 are both prime, though, so we can just multiply them together. Here we multiplied the denominator by 5, so we have to also multiply the numerator by 5. That's 75. Here we multiplied the numerator by 2, so we get 8. So we'll have 75 tenths minus 8 tenths, which is 75 minus 8, 67 tenths, or 6.7, noticing that this is a decimal fraction. Putting the same expression into the calculator, noticing that we have to put parentheses around 2/3 and 5/6, since each of these is a fraction, it's a single number, we get 6.7, which is the same answer that we had previously. Note, now I'm hitting second and then enter to get back what I just typed in. If I take out these parentheses around my fractions, I get the wrong answer. Why? Because instead of dividing by 5/6, this is dividing by 5 and then dividing by 6. So the first thing to note when you're entering any sort of problems in the calculator, any fractions or mixed numbers need to be put in parentheses. One other thing to pay attention to. Let's say we wanted to work out what this is. Now remember that this fraction bar serves as a grouping symbol. So we need to work out the arithmetic in the numerator and the arithmetic in the denominator. Now 1 plus 2 plus 3, 1 plus 2 is 3 plus 3 is 6. In the denominator, 5 minus 6, that's 5 plus negative 6. 6 is bigger, so it's negative. Opposite sign, so subtract negative 1. I have 6 over negative 1. That's going to be negative 6. Now notice when I put this into the calculator, if I put in 1 plus 2 plus 3 over 5 minus 6, I get something that's just completely wrong. Why? Because entered like this, the only division that's happening is 3 divided by 5. I need to put the numerator in parentheses and the denominator also in parentheses. And when I do that, I get the correct answer. So whenever we're entering an expression that includes a fraction bar on the calculator can't tell that that slash that we just put in was meant to be a fraction bar, so we have to put the numerator and denominator in parentheses. And one last thing. Remember that we said that the absolute value serves as a grouping symbol. So if we want to work this out, First we'll work out 4 minus 7. Let's see, that'll be 4 plus negative 7. Negative because 7's bigger. Subtract 7 minus 4 is 3. And 5 minus 3 is 2. Now we'll actually do absolute value, and we get 5. Now to enter this into the calculator, we need to know how to enter the absolute value in the calculator. There isn't a key for the absolute value, but it can be found in the Math menu. Hit the right arrow once to get into Num, and the very first option is ABS for absolute value. Now notice ABS comes with an open parenthesis. Just close the parenthesis to close the absolute value. And so 4 minus 7 is inside one absolute value, 5 minus 3 inside the other. Hit enter, and we get positive 5. Now, if you have one of the newer models of the TI calculator, your absolute value might actually be represented by vertical absolute value bars. If you have one of those, just make the absolute value look like exactly what you see on the paper.